I recently made a very interesting discovery about Tomb Raider 3. The iconic jungle music of India is one of my favorite Tomb Raider tracks ever, but did you know that it's a self-referential Easter egg to a music track from the first game? Listen for yourself. So since Easter is right around the corner, I thought it would be interesting to look into more Tomb Raider Easter eggs since the games are full of them. One of the most beloved Easter eggs in the Tomb Raider fan community is to spot the Loch Ness Monster on the horizon in Highland Fling. It's definitely one of my favorite Easter eggs. You need to be in the right place at the right time in order to see Nessie, which is a perfect example of how rewarding optional exploration can be in the classic games. The most famous Easter egg is probably the appearance of the Ark of the Covenant from Raiders of the Lost Ark, which just casually sits there in the hall of Lara's manor as if it was some generic decorative piece or something. There's another Raiders of the Lost Ark reference in Lara's treasure vault in Tomb Raider 3. The Chachapoyan gold idol that Indiana Jones steals at the beginning of the movie has somehow ended up in Lara's possession. My favorite Indiana Jones related Easter egg, however, features Dr. Jones himself, who, it turns out, apparently met his demise in Angkor Wat. The Tomb Raider games reference other movies as well, such as the skateboarder goon's twist on a certain iconic line from Taxi Driver.
You firing at me? You firing at me, huh? Ain't nobody else here, you must be firing at me!
Or how about the TVs in Nightmare in Vegas, which show King Kong vs. Godzilla, or, well, a still image from it at least. Finally, there's yet another movie reference in Tomb Raider 2's Opera House level. Ever wonder who this female figure on Marco Bartoli's plane is? Well, it's Jane Fonda in the role of Barbarella, an Italian sci-fi movie from 1968. This is easily one of the more random and obscure Easter eggs. Opera House has another obscure Easter egg, with this Gianni Bartoli poster clearly being inspired by this classic Harry Houdini poster. My favorite Easter egg, however, sits on the back of the Nevada Desert Bikers denim vests. This artwork seems really familiar. Where have I seen that before? If the gang in London are the damned, can't we all agree to call these Nevada bikers the doomed? Anyway, since Tomb Raider 3 did an awesome Doom Easter egg, I thought it would be interesting to highlight Easter eggs in other video games that reference Tomb Raider. I have found a bunch of them in many different games, so sit back and enjoy.
Looks like it's time to kill.
First up is Duke Nukem Time to Kill, which has an unsurprisingly rather unflattering Lara Croft Easter egg. The Duke Nukem games are hilarious, but they are also very much a product of the 90s, which indeed was a much different time. These games are always full of crude humor, shootouts inside places such as erotic bookstores, adult cinemas and strip clubs, and lots of sleaze in general. This particular Easter egg is hidden inside a secret strip club dressing room. I don't know what exactly the game implies about Lara here, but if Duke opens a certain locker inside this secret dressing room, he finds an outfit that looks familiar.
You skanky outfit.
Skanky outfit? How dare he! And if you have kids around, you might want to mute the audio for the next Easter egg.
Oh yeah.
Ooh. Laura, is that you?
Yeah, for some reason there have been plenty of implications about Lara and Duke having certain relations over the years, such as this infamous magazine cover. In Duke Nukem Land of the Babes, Duke can pick up a call from a desperate lady with an English accent.
Hello?
Duke, I miss you so much. Can you come over real quick? I got an itch only you can scratch.
Not now, Laura. I'm kinda busy. You'll have to use your own fingers.
It's Lara, Duke, not Laura. Much later in the game, a dead woman who looks suspiciously much like Lara in her South Pacific outfit from Tomb Raider 3 can be found inside a secret area. After all this bullshit, it's certainly satisfying to see Lara get her revenge in Tomb Raider Chronicles, where a certain goon has an uncanny resemblance to Duke Nukem. Let's just say he gets some.
Come get some. Hail to the king, baby.
Core Design's Fighting Force has a blink and you'll miss it Lara Croft Easter egg on a passing subway train. That's a cool little tribute to the arguably more popular franchise. Here's a fun pun-related Tomb Raider reference in the 2018 Spider-Man video game for the PlayStation 4, where a certain bookstore clearly references Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider. Even the font is quite obviously a nod to the original game. My favorite pun-related reference, however, is the Tomb Waiter level from Crash Bandicoot Warped. This level is basically a Crash Bandicoot version of City of Hamoon or something. The level stands out for its numerous water level hazards, which seem more akin to the cistern level from the original game. The level even has annoying green insects, not unlike a certain Tomb Raider 3 level. Overall, Tomb Waiter is a fun and challenging tribute to Tomb Raider. Lara Croft's iconic look influenced numerous video game characters in the years following the peak of Tomb Raider's popularity, such as Julia Chang from Tekken. Her character ending in Tekken 6 in particular seems almost as a tribute to Lara Croft. Doesn't this seem familiar? Yeah, it's not just the braid and the shorts. Julia climbs the side of a mountain just like Lara in the opening of Tomb Raider Legend. I definitely think Lara was an inspiration here.
What would give you that idea?
And while it's not exactly a rip-off or anything, Yuna's character redesign in Final Fantasy X-2 definitely seems Lara Croft inspired as well. Or how about this busty rodent called Tara from Spyro Year of the Dragon? Look at her, she even has an English accent.
Well, well, look at you. Showing up here to raid the tomb after I've done all the work. I spend all day pressing switches and shoving boxes around, and you just waltz in here expecting to claim the treasure. Well, you might as well have it. Only turned out to be a lousy egg anyway.
Not all tributes are flattering, however.
Ave, Caesar!
So, Centurion Larry Croft, have you stopped them?
Not exactly, Noble Caesar. Let's just say we slowed them down a bit.
By Jupiter! Oh! You have failed, I was sure!
But they had a mutt with them that goes out biting the backside of everything that moves.
Enough, Centurion! I give you one more chance to stop them. Understood?
Okay, I'll try again.
This Centurion worries me. Why does he dress in those ridiculous trousers? Can't he wear a skirt like everyone else?
Shadow Warrior is famous for its staggering number of references and Easter eggs, similar to other Build Engine games from the late 90s, and it has one of the coolest Tomb Raider Easter eggs ever. In fact, this is not so much an Easter egg as it's a straight up Lara Croft cameo.
She's raided her last tomb.
Yeah, Lara's in trouble here. Put in Lara Croft as a cheat code in Blood, another Build Engine game, and the player will be granted every single weapon in the game with full ammo. My favorite Tomb Raider Easter egg ever is the adorable tribute to Lara in the PlayStation 5 launch title Astro's Playroom. This game serves as one big tribute to the history of PlayStation, and it's full of cute little tributes to a bunch of classic games. Medieval is there, Final Fantasy VII is there, Metal Gear Solid is there, even Resident Evil is there. And of course Crash Bandicoot is there as well. As I was playing through the game for the first time, I got a little worried that Tomb Raider had been omitted. But then, near the end of the game, the most adorable little Lara Croft Astrobot shows up, jumps a gap and points her dual pistols around. This is easily my favorite of them all, although I've found all of these Tomb Raider Easter eggs to be highly enjoyable. There are undoubtedly numerous more Easter eggs out there, and especially in other media such as movies and TV shows, I'm sure. What is your favorite Tomb Raider Easter egg? Is it one from a Tomb Raider video game or one from a different video game? Let me know in the comments. All there's left to say is thank you for watching and take care.